Welcome back, guys, to the next column for Guitar World magazine. We've looked at a lot of stuff so far, but one thing that people ask me a lot at guitar workshops, clinics, and in online Facebooky emails is, how do you play the riff in Boogie Shred? Now, Boogie Shred is the first song I ever wrote. It's my teenage rock song. It's born out of an electric guitar player discovering acoustic guitar for the first time, and it was the first song that I wrote on an acoustic guitar, on a steel string acoustic guitar like this one, when I got my first steel string, age 17. It's actually inspired by the player Eric Roche, the late great Eric Roche from the UK, who I sadly never got to meet before he passed away. I discovered his music when YouTube first happened around 2005, 2006. Someone uploaded a bootleg of his Live at the Electric DVD, and it blew my mind. So this is my dedication to Eric, and I think people seem to really dig this song as well. So I don't think there's any other online lessons teaching this particular riff, so I'll play the riff, and then we'll break it down. Here we go. Once again, we're in that good old dadgad tuning. Davy Graham, Eat Your Heart Out. 1, 2, 3. That's a fun little riff. A song called Boogie Shred from the album What Just Happened. So let's break down what you just saw there. So there's not a lot to it harmonically. It's a teenage rock song. You know, the chords behind it: D power chord, F power chord, G power chord. You know, it's as old as time. But there are some interesting melodic lines and percussive ideas in there as well, which is the focus of what we're going to talk about. So to begin with, we have 4 lines to this song. We have a call, a response, a call, and another response. Think of it as A, B, A, C, okay? So first let's look at A. Sounds like this. Okay, that's our call. So to begin with, we're going to rest all 3 fingers on the bottom 3 strings, okay? Thumb, index, middle. As we pick that first note, you can twang it if you want. Quite a high action today in the New York heat. As you pick that, fall back to get a kick drum sound out of the heel of your hand hitting the wood. Just like that. After you do that, your other fingers are going to pull off to pick the power chord. Then you're going to get that first beat. Be careful not to hit your gentleman's pocket. Thanks, Andy. As you do that, make sure you mute, okay? The pinky stretches out, the palm of the hand here rests against the strings, okay? At the same time as the hits, not before, not after. It's also a silent mute. I see a lot of people doing this and then making noise. Don't make noise. This is your snare, this is just muting the strings. Then we have 3 notes in a row, just like this, okay? 1, 2, 3. The first is an open. The second 2 are natural harmonics on the 12th fret. Okay. Then we have this little pattern of notes here. The little conga effect, the thumb hitting the side, followed by the snare down here. Okay. On the snare beat, you're going to hammer onto the 7th fret of the A string. It's the 2nd string, but we're in dadgad, so it's an A. Okay. Pull off to the 5th fret, then open. Got a stronger note with the high action here. Okay. After that, we go down to this F power chord. Pick it, immediately hammer on with the pinky to the 5th fret. And then we have the snare click, also with the mute. Then we're going to have a push note, so just before the beat, but just before the next bar, where the 3rd finger is going to bend. Same effect as going up to the 6th fret, maybe a little bit less, but it does come back, along with the D and the G to create a G5 power chord, okay? Then to finish, we have these notes here. Index finger is going to hammer on the 3rd fret, then pull off on the D string, same again on the A string, and that synchronizes with the conga and the slap on the D string only. The A string hammer on and pull off are in isolation. So one more time slowly. 3, 4. Okay, that is A, that is our call. Our response is very, very similar. It's identical all the way through, but we're going to be going up for that last bar here. So the pushed chord now has a pinky on the 8th fret, and that's going to be the one doing our bend. Now in this kind of bluesy effect, we want to choke that bend before it comes down. Otherwise it sounds disappointing and sad. But what it should sound like is a cat being choked. Or something thereabouts. If you do release it, it's not the end of the world. It's just what you chose to do. After that, we have a pattern of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 3rd beat being the snare, okay? The pattern of 5 melodically is this: G string, D string, hammer on the G string, pull off the G string, hammer on the G string. That's 7, 0, 5. And the snare is in the cutaway on that 3rd beat. That's quite tricky to get there fast, but you can do it with practice. So A and B together, the call and response. Okay, something like that. You can alter where these hits go. It's worth mentioning. When I did this playthrough, when I recorded it, every single gig I've ever done, you don't have to hit these exact points. You could go there. You could hit your head. Why not slap a friend? You know, why not? Anyway, then we have an A again, so we go back to the call. Okay, so we have A, B, A. And then we have the C section, a different response. It sounds something like this. Okay. Nice and simple. First of all, we have the F in the bass, then this E together as a little double stop. You can also pick the muted A string or open A string. It's a variation. Sometimes I like the effect of the rake, but I like the clarity of the 2 notes, so I won't have the A exposed. I'll have it like that. Sometimes with the bass drum as well. But the bass drum would be at the tip of the rake. So as you're picking that D string, the kick comes down, okay? Then we hammer on to the 3rd fret on the D string, and then pull straight off again. The ghost note being the open G string there. Da, 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 if you want that note. Okay. Then we hammer down hard onto the A string with the 3rd finger. Then we slide up to the 5th fret. Then the pinky stretches all the way up to the D string, fret 7. And then we end with that pushed chord there as octaves on the G. We finish that off to play a full chord with the 3rd finger coming down onto the A string, same fret. And we strum this chord. That is with a muted 5th string. Everything else is as you see, okay? Then we have a drum fill from the end of the Pantera song Walk, which you wouldn't expect, but that's exactly where it came from. It's the dun dun da da, the little thing that he's doing da 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 down da 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 down da dun dun da da at the end. Now, in order to play that fill, we need to swap hands. We start with the da da da, and then at the end da da. Think of it as tea tea coffee. Okay, quarter quarter eighth eighth. Okay. The reason we're swapping hands is so this hand can get back and repeat the cycle again. So good luck with that, guys. There's the response. Okay, and that's the riff from Boogie Shred that a lot of you have been asking about. Enjoy it, good luck with it, and yeah, send me your videos. Upload your songs, I want to see some covers. Good luck, guys, have fun with it. See you again.